Yeah. Hey guys, so that was literally me this morning. And firstly, I owe you guys, or some of you guys who watched the video that I now put to private, this, apology for the, misreleasing the information about the fragment event. So I said this will be coming today, but it seems like we haven't got it yet. So I don't know what's going on. But that, in-game notice was very misleading. And yeah, I'm really annoyed. But, for you audience, I think it was a bit unfair. It was kind of unfair that I provided that information, and I know some of you were just waiting for the usual game update time and sitting there waiting for it. So I do sincerely apologize for providing misinformation. Now, I don't want to bring this back, but I think this has been going on too much in recent games, and I don't like to make negative message around aiming. I'm appreciative of the game; it's a great game. But I just think there's definitely a need for a better management of from the aiming side. So, and I don't want to bring this back, but the Lawson collab that was cancelled. Yes, I understand. You guys promised the resources for this. There's a bunch of stamina herbs equivalent that has no time stamps, and other gears and resources that was available. What I don't know how that was, where we are with that. I don't think we've been provided with it. If you've been drip feeding it, it's been unclear. It's been clear as mud. So I need clarification on where those resources that you promised that you would give, instead of giving the Lawson event. So I haven't seen it. The ones I'm talking about in this picture is that chicken nugget thing. As I think that's what's equivalent to hers, but without a time limit. So, at least I'm hoping that we'll get at some time, time, the kind of stamina related items that's not time bound. So that's the first thing explanation I would like on the Lawson stuff, because that's really, really, like a lot of resources that we've been missing otherwise. And again, I know I'm gonna get shot out from the community on this when I say this, but you've delayed the triple rank up and triple book campaign, as well as double gold, double experience campaign that went on. Yeah, and yes, I see the 2.5 icon. I'm not blind. I can read Japanese. But I think releasing like contents and the units without the campaign isn't gonna work. It's just not gonna work, because it's like even in Japan, they're short resourced, and they've had every possible rank up campaigns and this etc. And they're still short of gold. They're short of tome. They're still short of irises. And you know what? You know what else is said? This is 2.5 Annie and like has already arrived. Money grabbing, gem packs and metal cars and hero solo. It's great, it's understandable, but you can't just release a unit and not provide the campaign that was supposed to be tied to it. Everybody's like dry with the books now after spending them on mega boss battle and solo sucking up all the frizz books. I'm sure a lot of people are like out of it, and that's because you kind of disconnected the kind of the release of the units and the campaigns, and that's really, really not working. So I really want to highlight this point. Anyway, so the what I wanted to say in this video was, to my audience and my subscribers, I'd like to sincerely apologize. I thought about quitting the game, or at least quitting this kind of YouTube, because I don't want to be continue providing the misinformation and lead you to and to lose out on the game. So I thought about, oh, what can I be doing? But I think there is still, what I thought about today was that I think there's still a value in me providing a forward-looking information, because who needs an old news, right? I know there might be an argument to say, oh, you shouldn't have, talked about fragment event until it's released. But when it's released, it's too late. Some people wouldn't have a clue. They had to figure out they lost out on stamina or events. So this I know this information, if provided the right timing, can help some people. But I think one lesson for me to take from this is that I do need to make it clear that everything is kind of is not guaranteed, and it's a forward-looking statement that we might not be the same for the global. So for that, on that regards, I do apologize, and I will make sure I will highlight that point in from moving forward if I continue to do the videos. And then to Amy, my request I've already highlighted it, but please give us something to spend our stamina on. You bombarding us with the time limited or capped stamina stock that we can't we have no place to use them on. The sweet contest crap is gonna be so dry with most long timers, and so is the dire reruns. I know you're going to planning for this month, and I don't know if I can continue my kind of like interest in the game for the entire month of May if you don't provide any campaigns or any sort of stuff that I can use my stamina on, because that's just making me feel bad for an entire month. And you already made me feel bad with the kind of very confusing, misleading announcement. So I want I want you to rethink about the stamina spends. Spend where event we can spend our stamina on, and we need it like next week. And the second thing is, we are so behind on resource curve. While rushed with the contents, you rushed us 3 months and giving less resources than Japan. That doesn't make sense. You need to you need to provide more, if not less. And even JP players who's spending tons of money are suffering resources. You know that. So I would like you to again to think about the better resourcing plans for the campaigns that's kind of coincides with all the advanced contents that you've done for us. And I do want the explanation for that message, which completely made a fool of me in this stupid announcement that just went out. you know it's like you know if any, I had no argument when I said yesterday that we should be getting the fragment event, because that it was that definite that this explanation couldn't been taken other way, right? From knowing how you play with the global, how all the JP stuff gets translated global. So, and yes, I have read the notice to say okay, everything is supposed to change without prior notice. But that's like a false major in a contract. That's like when you're going to war with your customers. You don't use that clause. If you want to keep your customers, you explain about these conditions that are not met on these notices. So that's what I like to say. And once again, for the listeners, I do sincerely apologize. Just bear in mind everything that I'll be saying in my YouTube channels will be mostly forward looking. So I'm sorry if you woke up or you kind of got out of your work to kind of prep for this kind of event. So do apologize for that. But hopefully we'll have a better communication from aiming, better aligned campaigns and resource planning for these upcoming events. That is all. Thank you.